Hello, Ian Saw, Chairman of Tasmanian Farmers with your weekly wrap. Well, enough wind out there to blow the spots off a dog. A couple of wins for TasFarmers in the rural community. Simplot came back after the TasFarmers tractor rally with a new offer, which is great. Still not as good as we'd like, but however, it's a start. And what we need to do is cut down these silos, and we all need to work together to grow the market. TasFarmers have had that view for a long time. And for those of you who don't think you can help, you can help. Make sure that you buy Tasmanian. When you're in the supermarket, buy Tasmanian and ask for it. Another good outcome this week was the Australian government backdown on taxing unrealised gains on superannuation. If passed, would have been nothing more than legalised theft. Would have had a big impact on the farming community. TasFarmers were the first to come out and make a noise on this, and we were backed up by Minister Jane Howlett. There's more devil in the detail with this, so read the links down below. Nathan's on King Island talking to farmers, beef producers, and we'll also test Grayson today. We'll do a cross to Nathan in a minute to get an update on the Harbour Light fiasco. This week, on the weekend, there was the launch of the Ag Food Strategy. Congratulations to the government. There's that old adage, if you don't plan, then you plan to fail. This strategy will drive us past the Ag Vision strategy of 10 billion at the farm gate by 2050. You know, as the rural community, we're very, very efficient and effective in Tasmania in producing food, but once it leaves the farm gate, we lose control. This strategy will need to look at regulation, the need for more markets, on-island processing, reducing costs, planning laws, red tape, exorbitant council rates. It needs to be based on science, it needs to be education and extension, and we need to be able to support Tasmanian farmers. There'll need to be a lot of consultation, and it just won't be inside the farm gate. It needs to be the whole ag food sector to make this work. Look, let's see if Grayson can cross us to Nathan over on a windy King Island. Over to you, Nathan.
And we've come down to Grassy Harbour, and we're standing in front of the new lake line that is supposed to be commissioned by the end of October. This new infrastructure is going to cost the taxpayer $1.3 million. However, disappointingly, the harbour means does that. It still won't allow the harbour to be used at night time. So it's a questionable use of taxpayer funds. Back to you.
Well, it was a bit windy, hard to hear, but however, the outcomes of that were absolutely outrageous. If the money was the harbour masters or TasPorts, I'm sure there would be a different outcome. This week, Jasmine and Sarah have been to the Coal River Products Association talking to everybody there. Neil, Laura and Sophie are on Flinders Island today, getting blown away, talking about everything from the season, prices, logistics, etc. Nathan's been to the Tasmanian Water Roundtable meeting this week. Can I also say a reminder, the low stress handling day on the 4th and 5th of November, the link below there. The Scottsdale Forum, another link on the 27th of November for the people in the northeast. Please be there. The Food and Fibre Network invites have gone out. And lastly, can I just have a big shout out to all the women in agriculture. This week was International Rural Women's Day. I'm convinced the board of TasFarmers and everyone there, if it wasn't for the women who were so embedded in agriculture, we wouldn't be where we were now. So hats off to and thanks to all the women in agriculture in Tasmania, Australia and the world. Until next week, take care.